Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, this just wouldn't work. Well, it is actually Christmas Eve, and we're hoping that the Cowboys get some presents under the trees. And we're going to find it out really quickly because we got 3 games at 1 o'clock that definitely affect us. First of all, we got Tampa Bay against the Carolina Panthers. We definitely want to root hard for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay came so close last week against Atlanta. If we had an official who didn't literally lay on the ground and could have spotted the ball sooner, they might have had a chance to kick that field goal a little bit closer than 54 yards and carry it in overtime, where I think they would have beat Atlanta. But be that as it may, we're hoping for those same Tampa Bay Buccaneers to beat the Carolina Panthers. Carolina, well, they win, they've got clinched the playoff spot. But if the Panthers can lose to Tampa Bay, that means they've got to win next week and they play the Falcons. So let's hope for a Tampa Bay miracle. Of course, we've got the Lions versus Cincinnati, and we need the Lions to lose a game. They play Cincinnati this week. They play the Packers next week, who screwed up, by the way, by putting Aaron Rodgers back on injured reserve without him having a new injury. Technically, he's supposed to be released, but, it's not the Cowboys, so nothing will become of it. But we need the Lions to be like they've always been outside, and that is terrible because they don't win out in bad weather, especially when it's cold and with snow. So let's hope for another Christmas miracle in Cincinnati. And of course, we've got the Saints in Atlanta, and technically we don't lose either way. We need both of these teams or one of these teams to lose 2 in a row. But I'm hoping that New Orleans takes care of business in New Orleans and ends up making Atlanta have to win next week. But regardless of what happens, we have to win against, of course, the Seahawks. The Seahawks, well, they've been a bugaboo for us for the last few years and things, but they are definitely not the same team. Their defense is beat up, and teams are running the ball on them. So, Jason Garrett, Scott Linehan, do me one favor today. Run the rock. I mean, run Zeke Elliott's legs literally off. I want to see his legs literally hanging, dangling, and all that before you bring him off the field. And when that's done, bring in Alfred Morris and run him some more. And if that doesn't work, go ahead, get Rod Smith out there. You guys have to run the damn ball all day long. So we're going to start out here with the early games, and then we're going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. But I want to introduce somebody here who is a lifelong, diehard Washington Redskin fan, my father-in-law, Poppy. Poppy, how you doing today?
Hey, man.
I just want to ask you, what do you think about the Washington Redskins? How are you feeling about that team this year?
I think they suck.
You heard it here. He said he thinks they suck. The question I have for you is, how do you feel about Kirk Cousins?
Kind of got mixed feelings about him.
After having the run of quarterbacks since Mark Rippon, the fact that you actually have a decent quarterback, he may be walking away. Are you okay if the Redskins don't re-sign him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In our poll, should the Redskins keep Kirk Cousins? Right now, we've got a 0-1. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm hyped up for our Dallas Cowboys. I will see you guys soon. And I'm going to steal those Pringles from my nephew.